Hello, my name is Armando Perez. I am the owner of Hoosier Security and President, and I wanted to take a minute and show you a quick demonstration on what's on the system that you've been that's been selected for your property. This particular demo is on DW Spectrum, which is one of our more popular camera systems. And the reason for that is that it provides a very high value for the price point and also for the flexibility of the software and how easy it is to search and find what you're looking for in a snap in a very short amount of time. So if you get a chance, please request a demo, a live demo from one of our salespeople or sales engineers, and you can see how it'll apply to your specific application. But if you don't have time for that, or if you simply want to do something quick and get an idea of what it is we're proposing, and your quote says DW Spectrum, this is the system that we're proposing. So I wanted to show you some of the main features of it. Okay. With that, I will go ahead and share this screen and we'll do a quick demo. All right, so this is the main screen for DW, and you'll see there is not much here. It's because everything is currently hidden. So over here on the left, you have your main tree, just like you might be used to with your email clients or any one of those other software. We have our server listed up here. If you have more than one server or more than one site, you'll have multiple servers listed. And then all your individual cameras are listed here on the left. You can select different layouts and do different things with that. You can also have different websites. In this case, it pulls up our website so you can go in and request a service ticket over here. You can download manuals and all kinds of stuff from there. So we'll go ahead and close that out and we'll create a new tab. So you'll notice this is tabbed. So if you want to watch one camera here and drag it over, and then also have a second tab that is really only watching this camera, you can tab back and forth between those. Okay. All right, let's do a couple of quick searches. So if we want to watch live video, we've got a couple different things we can do. You'll notice when you go over a camera, you get a thumbnail of that camera. So we'll pull this one up. This is the front parking lot. And down here, you'll notice that the graph shows up. It shows you green is where there is video. These are thumbnails of different timelines. In this particular case, we're going all the way back to October from today being December 19th. So we'll zoom in here on a little more reasonable time frame. We'll go back a few days. We can select this guy right here that shows us where motion, pulls up our motion grid. And let's say that we want to know who parked here on the, 15th, who was the first person to park here on the 15th. So we can highlight that spot and the system will automatically update the red lines and show us where there is motion. Okay, so let's go down here to the 15th. And we can see that there was some motion around 3 a.m. Looks like I picked a rainy night, so probably not the best example, but we can still go fast forward. The system will automatically jump from each motion event to the next motion event. So even though this is a rainy night and we've got an awful lot of motion because of the rain, in a few seconds we're able to see somebody pull into the spot next to it. And if we keep going, we will see, here's our video that we were looking for. So this is the first person that pulled into that spot on the 15th. We can remove our motion and then watch this in normal speed and see who it was. We already know based on the car which employee it was. So the point here is you can see how quickly it is that we can pull up that information. Let's try a different one here. Doing the same functions, I will take one of our cameras that covers a portion of our inventory. Let's see, warehouse. Let's do that one. All right, we'll go back here to one of these business days. There we go. Now let's say we want to know when these two boxes right here showed up. So we can select our motion. We can highlight just that, and you'll see immediately we have a much smaller, all these red lines are indications of there being motion in that spot. So we can quickly go through and move our cursor and see thumbnails in real time. We can take this area right here, and if we drag across here, you'll see that the video starts to scrub. Okay, now we already see those two cameras there, so we can go 2 different times and just click around. All right, as of 8 a.m. it was not there. We can play and go to a faster speed. And let's see if we spot when that camera shows up right there. There they are. All right, so we've already identified who put them there. We know it's Dasha. We know that it happened at 8:40 a.m. on the 16th. Okay, just a couple quick examples of things that you can use for this, or you can use that particular function for. All right, so now we have found our incident, right? We know this is what we're looking for. We can zoom in on this. There is our event. It's just this little red line right there. We can highlight this by dragging our mouse across there, and then we can right click. And let's say we want to share this first, right? So we can add a bookmark and we can say, Dasha, where are these cameras now? We can tag this by who we want to look at it. So we can say we want to assign this to Robert. We put Robert on here and we can save this. All right. Now you see it blocks that in. It makes a permanent entry here. We can go over here to a different day entirely, and we hit Control B, and there is our bookmark. So we can pull that up, and you see that automatically the camera goes right to that time and shows us what we're looking for. You can see there's a bunch of other bookmarks in here. Okay. So let's go right here using our mouse wheel. We'll scroll in on that. We'll pause the video. Now we've got this, and we can download that. We can save this entire clip immediately. We can add things like a timestamp. We can add an image if we want to make sure this does not get out there to anybody. We can add text, right? If we want to send this video to someone in our organization and say, hey, I have a question about what happened here. You can do that on the video itself. If you've got a longer time frame, you can do a rapid review and say, in this case, we just selected 3 seconds, so it wasn't huge, but let's do this. Cancel. Let's do from 8:40 a.m. We'll fast forward through here until what is this, 8:46. So right click on that, export video, rapid review. You can tell it that you want it to make this a 30-second video or even a 20-second video, so you can review things much more quickly. Okay, once you export, you browse to wherever it is that you're going to save it, and select your type. In this case, we want an AVI because any computer can watch that. We export, and while this is saving, we can continue to work and look for whatever it is that we are looking for. Okay, and that video is done. So you'll notice over here on local files, this showed up. So we can pull up that video permanently, and now it is saved. This is a note I put in on a previous demo. So that's really interesting that stayed there. I forgot to remove it. Okay, over here you have interesting incidents. So these are our bookmarks. They automatically show up, and you can go through and look for whatever it is that you are looking for. Now let's say we want to do, we'll move on to something else here. Let's do a custom layout. A lot of times you want different people to see different things, and you don't want certain people to see certain things. So let's take some of our outdoor cameras. We'll take this one, and we'll take this one, and we'll take, let's see, that one, and we'll take this one, and we'll do this guy right there. And then we'll do this other side of the building. Let's do the back, the drive south. Here we go. All right. So in most systems, you cannot change this. Once it comes up, it is what it is. We can also minimize that since we're not using it. With DW Spectrum, you can move these things around wherever you want them, and you can do all kinds of different stuff. So let's take this guy right here. Let's say he's really important. So we can make that one bigger, and then we can align these however we like. Let's take, let's add this one right there, and let's add, well, it's got to be another outdoor one. Sign drive, there we go. All right, so we can save this if you right click here. save current layout as. We can give this a name and assign certain users to have access to this only. So this is helpful if you want your management team to see certain things, but you want your sales team to see other things, or you want your facilities manager to see one thing and the operations office to see another. You don't necessarily need people looking at all of the cameras, but sometimes it is helpful to have them see the things that that they want to see. So let's take this camera over here. Okay, so let's highlight these. We'll get rid of them. Let's get this one. And let's get rid of that one. All right. So right now we want to do something. We want to get some detail on what's going out kind of in the outskirts of this camera. So we will take this right here, which is our picture-in-picture, and we'll say we're really interested in what's going on, I don't know, out here at this in this lot, which is not our intention to cover, but we kind of want to see what's going on out there. So we can use that. Let's say it's really this car over here we want to see, or the dumpster. We want to see what's happening in the dumpster right there. And you can also save this as its own layout. So if you save this as a layout, that will automatically apply over here under layouts, and you'll be able to pull up this as a predetermined view in the future. Okay. Now let's show you another couple features. Let's say we're doing some investigation. We'll pull up two versions of this camera, and down here on the bottom, we can decouple these cameras. So we can unsync them. We can select this guy, and we can go, let's say we want to see if something changed between the 9th at midnight and today. So we can see both of these cameras together and see exactly what changed. And we see that there are some differences. We've got different cars parked here. We've got this dumpster over here was moved at some point. So we're really curious. Now I want to see this dumpster. Something happened around this dumpster, and now we see that it's been moved sometime between the 9th and today. It has moved. So we will highlight this section here, right click, and zoom to selection. Now that is all the video that we have, and we can use our thumbnails again. You can see right up here where things are, right? So we see from between here and here that dumpster moved. All right, so let's highlight that area, and then we will zoom to this selection, and we'll get more thumbnails, and we'll be able to see, as we're looking for that, where it was that it moved. Looks like it was right here between this one and this one. So we'll repeat this function again. Right click, zoom to selection. Now with, I believe, about 4 clicks, we've been able to narrow this event down to a 6-hour window from, what was it, 10 days or something like that. So let's continue to do that. So we look, we see here it's tilted to the left, tilted to the left, tilted to the left, and then here it is not, here, right here. So somewhere in between these two, we'll do this for a 3rd time. Right click, zoom to selection. It will pull up new thumbnails, and very quickly we start to see when it was that this happened. Look, here we go. We've got an event. We've got a truck pulled up to it. We see that that it's moved. Let's go ahead and click on this, and it will pull it up, and we see somebody out there dumping a toilet in that trash can, which is probably when they hit it with their truck, it probably moved it back. So again, when you're trying to figure out what happened a week ago or 2 weeks ago, this makes it so much easier. If you've ever had to find just a really, really obscure piece of video amongst 50 or 60 cameras or even 10 cameras, you know how difficult that can be. So that is, that's the majority of the functions within DW Spectrum. One more thing we can say, we've got here, we know what happened and when it was. We don't know who this guy is, but we want to let our people know to be on the lookout for this kind of gray colored Chevy pickup with this white-haired man who likes to dump toilets in our dumpster. So we can take a snapshot of that. We can save this wherever we want. We can put a timestamp on it and camera name on it, and what type of file. We can save that. And now we have that image right here as a still image. We can send that to whoever we like as a JPEG and tell them, hey, this is the guy that's been dumping. This is the guy who's been doing whatever it is that we don't want happening on our site. Okay. That about sums it up. Again, if you have any questions, please let your salesperson know. We can arrange a real demo for you on this. We even have demo licenses. So if you've got a server and existing cameras, we can load up this software on your existing cameras and let you play with it for a week or two and see how you like it before you commit. So we want you to be happy with your decision. We want you to have a system that works really, really well and solves your problems so that you can run your business without thinking about security or operations or whatever the reason is that you're using your system. So thank you very much. And I hope to hear from you soon. We hope to earn your business. Have a wonderful day.